Welcome everyone to the third community call. So first of all, if you're new here, Starport, what is Starport? Starport is a tool for building and launching Cosmos SDK IBC-enabled blockchains. It's a very featureful program that is a developer tool first and foremost, and it allows you to quickly create a new chain, add features to it, run it in development mode, configure it, scaffold um, uh, web application template that you can build into a proper web application for your chain. And also it has built-in relayer. It has a bunch of features that help you build chains. So as Michelle mentioned, every community call has a GitHub discussion link. If you can send the link to chat, that would be great. And also, if you can fill out a survey, that would be also awesome. Michelle, if you can send the link to the chat. So yeah, these calls are recorded and posted on YouTube. So let's start with updates. First of all, in December, we released Starport v19, and as usual, every version comes with a bunch of new interesting features. And in this release, we actually added a third feature to the things that Starport is capable of doing when you create a chain. So it gives you a Cosmos SDK blockchain, of course. It scaffolds a web application template, but now it also features a mobile app template that is written in Dart and uses the Flutter framework that you can use as a foundation to build your own custom mobile application for your chain. So what we're trying to accomplish with this, and of course we'll talk more about it later on in the call, but we're trying to provide all the kind of wiring, everything is ready, so you don't spend time implementing basic functionality that is common between all the chains, right? So you get a template and it's ready for you to start implementing features of your blockchain. And it includes some of the functionality that you kind of expect to have from a blockchain. So that was a huge feature released in December, and we'll demo it later today. So the next important feature is creating models with array fields. So models is what we used to call types. Basically, once you create a chain, it's empty by default. I mean, it includes standard Cosmos SDK modules, but Starport is really geared towards developers who implement custom logic in their own modules. So to make that easier, we have a huge set of features that help you create like a model that is represented in the store as a list or as a map. And so, for example, you can quickly scaffold a model that is a list of products, and every product has price, description, and other fields. And these fields have types. By default, they're all strings because it's quite easy to represent anything as a string. But of course, to make it more convenient for developers, we also support types like integers, booleans, custom types as well, since starting from Starport v19, if I'm not mistaken. But in Starport v19, we added arrays, so you can type array dot int, and it will consider this field as an array of integers, right? And of course, you can read more about this in the blog post on starport.com. The next feature is simulation testing. We previewed this functionality on the previous community call, but simulation testing is a very neat way of testing your blockchain before it goes live, right? So you're essentially running it with different parameters, and kind of in a way you're stress testing and seeing if everything runs smoothly in kind of like a pre-production environment right? You're trying to break your own chain to see if the logic you implemented maybe takes too long or produces weird results given certain parameters. So this is a great addition. You can run it with a single command, and it runs simulation for you. And of course, since most chains are scaffolded, are implemented with multiple modules, we wanted to make it easy to create a module that is kind of tailored for your particular need, right? So it's if you need a module with a parameter, so maybe if you're building a DEX, then this is you can specify the denom that is used by default, or like the number of something. Or if you're re-implementing a module that has inflation, like inflation is a very good param example of a param. So that was released in December, and in January we released Starport 19.2, where we upgraded blockchain templates to use IBC v2, and it now uses a different repo. So instead of Cosmos /Cosmos SDK, we're using Cosmos /IBC Go. So this is the place where IBC lives from now on. So it made sense for us to update the default templates. And you can also read on our website in the docs how to upgrade your chain if the chain was scaffolded using a previous version of Starport. And we deprecated Tendermint /SPM repo and moved all the packages into the Starport repo itself. It just is more convenient to import from Starport. We don't have a separate repo to take care of, and it's just as fast, so there are really no downsides. And one of the most popular packages there is Cosmos CMD, which we use to abstract away the CMD package of your chain. So instead of having all this functionality that is, it's pretty much required, you can import it from Cosmos CMD as we do in the standard chains that we scaffold. So that was kind of we went through all the updates in the past 2 months. What we're working on right now is we're going to be improving the mobile app template, and we'll be adding CRUD functionality to it, because I think CRUD, which is create, read, update, delete, is a very useful pattern for introducing people to a new system, right? So if you're building a blockchain, you kind of want to see how you can create something and then delete it, right? The whole flow. And of course, we had that functionality in Starport since day one. We also have that in the web template, and we will be bringing this to the mobile app template as well. Right now, the front end team behind Starport is busy re-implementing the web template essentially from the ground up. So it's going to be completely redesigned UI, and it will be maintained properly, and it's just going to be really cool. So really looking forward to that, and it's going to go live hopefully in mid-February. We're also working on many features for Starport CLI. You can visit pull requests tab on GitHub, and for example, improving the speed of rebuilding the chain using the new watch system, because right now it does take a little too much time to rebuild the chain. So we've made it work. We've made it featureful now. We're making it faster. So I want to invite Andre and Walid, our mobile app developers, to showcase the mobile app template functionality that I told about that we released in Starport v19. So guest, please welcome Walid. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now.
Hello, guys. What we are going to discuss today is like how you are going to, scaffold a Flutter application. Given that you have already scaffolded a chain from Starport, so you have, you install the Starport through the curl command. So already done that. So I'm not going to go over that. So what we are going to do, we are going to scaffold a new chain, and just like you must have been doing a lot of times. So is my code visible, or should I uh, increase it a little bit more?
Yeah, it's visible.
Or it's visible. Cool. So let's just scaffold a new chain. Starport scaffold chain github.com/mark. This is going to get us a chain, obviously. This is what you guys or most of you must have been doing previously a lot of times. So let it be first, and then we'll see how you can get a running Flutter app within this. So okay, so here you have the chain scaffolded in a folder called Mars. So let's just move inside this folder. And now what you're going to do for creating a Flutter app, so you just need to type Starport scaffold Flutter. This is going to get you a completely running runnable code inside a Flutter folder. So if you go down, so you'll see this is the sort of folder that is created inside Mars, like inside the chain. And if you go within this, so you'll see the Flutter's the folder structure, which obviously I'll just show you in a bit inside my IDE. But just for your knowledge, like it creates a Flutter folder inside your chain. Let's come back to Mars, and now you're going to run one more command, which is going to generate the dart files for against all the proto files that are there in the chain. So when you scaffold a chain, you have a lot of proto files. So this specific command is going to convert all those proto files into dart files, so that you can use all of them in to connect to your blockchain. So you might not need to work right now for that, because we already have created a bank module for you. So I'm just doing what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to open the created Flutter template inside my IDE, and I'll have to close this once again and open it again. This is, I don't know why this happens, but we need to do it twice. So here we go. This is the Flutter template. It's a typical Flutter project structure in which you have folders for native Android, native iOS, and this is the main area where you're going to work, like the main folder structure. So the main file is the main.dart, and the errors that you're seeing right now, let me just zoom in a bit. We are not going to go into a lot of code, but just for the sake of, so you will see a lot of errors there. So you don't need to worry about anything. If you have set up Flutter all the way, like before doing this, you need to set up Flutter, obviously. So the whole instructions for that are already there in the readme file. So what you need to do is you need to either click this get dependencies button, so it will download all the dependencies. If you use VS Code, you will get this there as well. But for if you don't get this, so you just need to open the terminal. Inside your root folder, you need to run flutter pub get. So flutter pub get, pubget. This will this is going to download all the dependencies which are required. So it will take 2-3 seconds, and you will see all the errors gone. So I have simulator running already. So let's just play this and side by side launch our blockchain. So Starport serve dash Starport chain serve dash R. I'm writing dash R so that we can have mnemonics and addresses of Alice and Bob printed here so that we can use those to import our wallets inside a mobile app. So both of these are running simultaneously. Let's see. This is going to take around 30 seconds for the first time if you have a good machine. So let's just do it like this so that we can see everything. Yeah. So I have done nothing. I have just played this application. So this application, like if you don't give any external arguments, this application is automatically going to connect to your local blockchain, which you are running right now. If you want to connect it to the testnet or something like that, you can always pass arguments, and the instructions are there in the README file to pass how to pass the runtime arguments for Flutter. Other than that, when you run a Flutter app, so you will obviously see we have printed these logs for you to let you know that where which endpoints your Flutter app is hitting right now. So let's just move over, and this is what you will get when you run this whole code. So this is totally compatible on Android and iOS both. If we have time, I'll just show you on an Android simulator as well. So before we do anything, let's just create an account. You will have to enter a password, right? For simulator, it can be anything. Then it will ask you to back up your account. So for the sake of demo, let's just skip this. This is where you will have to enter a passport for securing your wallet. So we have we have bypassed all the mnemonic creation for you. So you will not get into all the stuff like getting into mnemonic and then retyping the mnemonic again. What's all that. So we have abstracted that all out for you. So you just need to create a new passport for securing your wallet, and see we are creating a recovery phrase for you already behind under the hood, and all of this is secured using your passport. So this is what you get. This is your wallet. This is a default name that we just gave for your wallet for the first time. You have two buttons, and when you click on this drop down, you will see a list of accounts, a list of wallets that you have already added inside your application. So you can create more accounts, you can import more accounts, and all of them will be here. For like right now it's empty, so we are going to transfer some tokens here. So in order to transfer tokens, you can either go to this circle avatar, like circle, click on this. You will see this is a screen where you can copy the address, or you can tap the receive button, or you can just directly tap the receive button and it will show you the QR. So this QR is simply plain text embedded. This whole address is embedded inside this QR code. So let's just go to this copy address and come back. Now our blockchain is running finally, and let's just transfer some tokens to this specific wallet and the address that we just copied. So let me create a new open a new terminal and navigate to the chain that we just created, and we transfer chains, Starport chain faucet. We paste this address and we transfer 120,000 stake. It should be okay. So coins are sent. Let's just refresh the application and we'll see. So this is a little issue that we are still figuring out. Like this is going to show you two times like stake the same amount, but when you start working inside the application, it will just become one again. I don't know, like it's a weird issue. We are looking into it, and we'll just fix it in the next release. So you see, when we transferred some tokens, so we are now sure that our application is obviously connected to our blockchain. So this gives us a lot of surety. So let's just add a new wallet using a previously have previously previous mnemonic. So let's just import an account, and it's going to ask you to enter your recovery phrase here. So let's just copy this Alice's mnemonic, paste it here, import, and you just name it Starport, import. And similarly, the way we created a passcode for a previous wallet, you can create a passcode for this wallet as well. So let's just create the same. Uh, okay, so this is now you see Starport is here, and you can just select it, and you can see this specific account has two tokens. So one is stake and one is token. You have 100 million and 20k, and we have 120k stake. So let's just transfer some more stake to this account. So for transferring, we already have our address copied for this wallet. So let's just send some tokens from this wallet to wallet one. So send stake. So this is I don't know if it work or not, but okay. So we have copied the wrong thing. So let me just go back, copy this address, come back, go to Starport account and send stake. We are going to send 15,000 stakes more. So you can click on this fees and you can set your fees. There is one more issue inside this. If we go to, like, if we add a zero fee, so it won't allow you. So we'll just fix this. Fees can be zero, but for now you can just put 0.1. So 15,000 stake to this address, and we continue, and it will ask you for a confirmation, and it will tell you how much it will get, and we tap to sign the transaction. Here I'll just show you once again. I'll just do one more transaction with the face ID. Right now the face ID is not enabled, so we are just going to type our passcode that we used to have, and it's transferred. And now you'll see this account will have more. We have 120k, so 15k more, so 135k. So now what we are going to do, we are going to do one more thing. We are going to enroll. Okay. I don't know why it didn't. Yes, okay, yeah. Yes, I need to go to security. So yeah, there is a settings icon here inside your, portfolio, where you can, go to security and you can enable Face ID. So when I enable Face ID, this means that now for signing transactions, instead of asking your passcode, it will first ask you for your Face ID. So this wallet has no tokens right now, right? It has just stake. So let's just transfer some token from this account to that account using Face ID. So send tokens, paste our wallet address, the same one, and transfer 5,000 tokens with the same fee. And now when we tap it, so now it will ask us for the Face ID. So now we go to features, Face ID, matching face. It will transfer, and it will transfer the tokens. So now if we go to back to wallet, so you see 5,000 tokens here, and 5,000 minus 20,000, so it's 15,000 tokens. So this is a little bit of what we tried to try to create for you guys. So with zero Flutter code, with zero any hassle, you can just run this application with a few commands. Other than that, let me just show you what the folder structure is. So it's pretty simple. We haven't done a lot of heavy state management, so you guys can just go around the application and see what's going on. So we have few pages. All the pages that you saw inside the application, all are there, like assets portfolio page, transfer page, backup sheet, and stuff like that, security, wallet list sheet. And we have some widgets as well, which we reuse in our application over the application. So things like copy actions and splash and send money form. So we are going to reuse them. and we have two stores, three store: settings store, wallet store, transaction stores. These are the ones that that our UI use. We are using simple. Let me just zoom it. We are using simple observables in Flutter. If you know observables, so we are just using simple observables to manage the states. Nothing fancy. Um, Other than that, we have simple models, JSON models, and if you go to generated files, so you will see all the folders. These are all the folders that were there in the in the chain that we scaffolded, and all of them have been transferred to all of these protocols. So if you uh, open any of them, so you will see this sort of uh, files inside these folders. So you won't need to generate, or you won't need to use these files if you are going to use just the bank module. If you're going to do some more extra stuff, then you might need to use them. And these are some utils, amount validators and helper functions that we created just for reusability. This is the main file where we have all the dependency injection and uh, adding, initializing all the signings and transaction broadcasting and all of that. So this is the shared code this is coming from the packages. So that's it.
Yeah, just in the meantime, I'll add this one comment that the reason why we chose Flutter is basically to allow you to build the apps very quickly for both of the mobile platforms, like Android and iOS, of course. But also there is another good thing that if you ever want to add, for example, a desktop app or web app in the future, Flutter is also capable of doing that. We will be also looking into those spaces if the every time we build something for Starport in Flutter, we also take a look whether it's gonna be compatible with the desktop and web apps. Even though we are not officially supporting them now, we always try to support it if it doesn't make too much effort. So there is a good chance that in the future we will also be able to build the web and desktop apps with that. But yeah, it's mostly done for the mobile domain. So definitely here is the biggest field of expertise for us.
Awesome. Well, thanks everyone for joining the call. Really appreciate it, and as always, see you on the next call. And yeah, have a good day, happy building, and goodbye.